What's going on, YouTube? Uh, this is like the second take because I just recorded that shit and the mic wasn't on. Sorry about that. I just recorded a few drawing videos. I was gonna do a speed draw, like ask video with a voiceover of me in the background, and I was gonna draw something in which like I sent it to the Discord that I reside in. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna draw these two. You know what I'm saying? I didn't end up drawing them. The thing about recording myself drawing, like I tried searching up videos and whatnot about, how to record yourself drawing. You know what I'm saying? See if I could get any tips, how to get a good angle, and all of it is relatively the same. You know what I'm saying? You buy a phone stand or something in which you can put your phone on and record. Y'all literally seen it before on this channel. But the struggles with that is like, first of all, this one is very like flimsy. You know what I'm saying? I bump into it, the camera shakes. And it's kind of hard to reposition, and whenever I'm drawing, it's right in front of my face. So I have to hit weird angles just to see the paper, and it really gets in the way of the thought process in which I draw, But besides like the recording process, I guess when it comes to me drawing, right? Like I said, I said this in the first take, in which I forgot to turn on the mic. I'll have like the scrapped videos playing in the corner or something. You get to see what I, drew. I did like one fairly decent one, or that I was decently satisfied. I drew a hand, and I don't know how to draw hands. But the proportions in which the arm was at, it was just wrong. Whatever, right? But I don't know. The reason why I'm recording this instead of that and uploading this instead of that is because I just feel like I might have to take a different approach, right? When I draw art, I obviously look for inspo on Pinterest, right? Or I don't know, just go off the top of my head. But usually I use that inspo on Pinterest to really like just fuel my creative mind, think about different shapes and like the different eyes you can use, different hairstyles and outfits, and different types of line art, because I do like trying other people's art styles. I think it helps you grow as an artist, but beyond that, right, I can't like keep my word whenever I say, hey, I'm gonna draw this. If I announce it to somebody, most likely 9 out of 10 times it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna draw it. And the reason why is because whenever I draw, I go off of like vibes. Like imagine being blind and walking around your house like blindfolded and just feeling out, the rooms, walking around, filling out the rooms and imagining what could be in the space, That's how I go about the process when I draw. I don't like to copy most of the time. Like I did one fairly good one. I dropped a picture over here. Things like that, and it just doesn't clash well because that's all I'm really. I don't know. What else can I say besides I'm a freestyle artist, right? I just find it hard to really stick to one thing whenever I draw. When I'm drawing like a person's eyes, I'm asking myself questions. Is this person a timid person, an angry person? Is this person hiding something behind those eyes? Or based on the hairstyle, are they a messy person? Are they a kept person? Somebody who's clean, somebody who's disorganized. And I build off of these questions that are going on in my head, and it ends up being something most of the time original, but sometimes it's inspired off of something maybe that I saw, stimuluses. Whenever you go about life, or whenever you answer questions or make decisions, most of them are dependent on the stimuluses that you had received previously within the day, you know, or within the week, or within the month, or the year. um, and you will have always chose that decision, you know, whether it's fate or whether it's whatever you want to call it. um, yeah, that's kind of just how I go whenever I draw. It's never like predetermined, this is what I'm going to draw, because it just doesn't work that way for me, you know. um but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm gonna have to come to a different like approach to this YouTube channel. This isn't a YouTube channel where it's gonna be anything specifically in general, right? um Eventually I want to get to a point where I have like a studio, you know, and like I have canvases and then and sketchbooks just laying around everywhere, and I have a tripod and a camera, you know what I'm saying? I'm just drawing like I'm Bob Marley, or Bob Marley, what am I talking about? Bob Ross. um yeah, and I just want to talk while I freestyle my art, you know, or maybe I'm making music, because I do want to do music one day. But the thing is, with music, it's kind of the opposite for me when like it's actually like drawing or painting. I need to write down my lyrics. I need to decipher what these lyrics mean. I need to have a good beat, you know, to spit on. Otherwise, like I'm not a freestyle rapper or singer. I'm not. Nah, that's not me, you know. But anyways, beyond all the art stuff and whatnot, yeah, like I said, different approach. I think I might have to just go on more walks and, I don't know, break out of this little or comfortable circle of mine in which I talk just in my room. I might have to just walk around the neighborhood and talk to y'all, you know, because that's probably going to be more entertaining than me just sitting here, even though I don't like going outside sometimes, you know. I don't like the summer. Like I said last year, I would have done that whenever it gets colder, or like 2 years ago, I don't know. I said I would walk around and talk. I didn't do it at all, really. Hopefully this year will be different, you know. Don't have a job right now. I quit my job a while ago, like not a few months ago, like 2 months ago. So I'm broke as hell right now, like really broke. I got 14 cents in my card. Can't buy shit. Asked my family for DoorDash food. None of them are out of food. Still haven't started driving. So, like, you know, chances of me getting a job anytime soon are very slim. I might ask my friend to hook me up with some sort of online job, which I could, you know what I'm saying, be like a support on the line or something. Whatever. I don't know. I like the barista job. I really want to do another barista job. However, I don't like being like Starbucks. I don't like the high traffic barista jobs where there's hella people and I gotta deal with dumbasses and inconsiderate people. You know, I can't do that. I gotta be on the low. And the thing about me whenever I'm looking for a job is I'm not just thinking about the money. I'm thinking about things like I just explained. So if that feeling is not worth the money, in my opinion, I'm just not going to take the job, you know. I hate money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I dislike money. I don't like. I'm happy to just blow my money on something that'll make me happier than money, you know. If it's gonna be Robux, so be it. It's gonna be Robux, you know. That's just the way things are. Snacks, DoorDash, food, clothes, none of that's a waste of money, in my opinion. If I'm gonna enjoy it in the long run, it's not a waste of money. Will I end up homeless and broke one day? Who knows, you know? But I'll be homeless and broke drawing on cardboard boxes before I end up, you know what I'm saying, like doing shit I don't want to do, you know? Yeah, that's just the way things are. That's just the way I want to live my life. Although, yeah, I would like to live in a decently sized house with a few rooms, like 2-3 rooms, so I have a guest bedroom and I can have people over all the time and, you know, just vibe out in that cool ass house of mine. As much as I want it, I want to do it in my way, which I know is like borderline impossible because of the state of the world that we are in, you know. which is why I'm on YouTube. You know, maybe somebody will fuck with that, and like, you know, maybe you guys will subscribe, and maybe I'll make money off YouTube, and I can do that just by talking to y'all and sharing my experiences and just drawing art and sharing my creative mind with y'all. I've shared this shit so many times, it's like I can't even, you know what I'm saying, count it. I'm just hoping things go my way, and yeah, I don't know. I really want to get back on the Discord call with my friends right now. So I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, I hope y'all liked the drawings. I've got to figure out how to find music that I can play. I don't know if this music is too loud. Hopefully it's not. But yeah, I'll see y'all later.